22X here. As you notice, we are beginner tier 1 and you're wondering what's up? You were like on your way to masterable and I want to start a new series. I call it beginner tier all the way to masterable. We're going to try our best. I don't know if we're going to keep the same team the whole time, but if you notice, my team is actually a Sun team. I love the Sun team. I never got to use it when it was good in Series 5. I did think in Series 6 is a lot harder to pull because the Venusaur replacements are more squishy. Ninetales is not as thick as Torkoal either, so it's a little harder to make it work, but we try to. This is actually, we try to copy James Beck number 1 rank Sun team. Obviously we're replacing the banned Pokemons with the non-banned Pokemons. It's not the same. It's not perfect. Obviously my Gigalith is not Focus Sash. It's actually Weakness Policy. But we're going to try our best to have a go. The most important thing about this team though is that it has to be setting the momentum. You have to be the aggressor because all your Pokemons are so squishy. So in our first battle, we're fighting against a potential rain team, which ended up being an rain team. And this is actually really huge because when you fight against a rain team, you don't start your Ninetales. And the reason why is because they could start with their Polito, right? Obviously, the team because we're in the beginner tier, we probably have a little bit less experienced players, and in this case, they usually start with the rain team. So that's why we didn't start with Ninetales. We're actually gonna return Charizard and bring out our Ninetales. So we set the Sun up. If they don't Dynamax or Polygraph is 100% dead. We did not go for the Rain Setter, their Polito, because 90% of the time, Politos just protect. There's a chance they could have Helping Hand, but because we have the speed control, we also have the Sun, Polygraph is pretty much dead. I do believe they should have tried Dynamaxing it, but maybe they're saving it for a different Pokemon. Pretty much this team, 90% of the time, you should be the one Dynamaxing first. You should be setting the momentum, because if you don't set it, there's a chance that they are gonna like roll through you, because these Pokemons are really, really squishy. Like, everything could be one-shot depending on what they bring, even Duskull at some point. So I think like you have to play smart, but because I do think up until you get to Great Ball tier 8 or 9, I think you can just be the aggressor and be like, I'm gonna be doing this to you. And this is a really cool thing because Series 6 is actually rewards the aggressive play more than the defensive play, because all the good Pokemons that got banned were also really good defensively, like Venusaur, Incineroar, even T-Tar. They were really good for like bulky defensive Pokemon, help you out, and now they're gone, right? So now like who can it's more of like who can actually kill who faster. So they bring Corviknight and Polito. This is actually a little scary, but at the same time not, because we have Charizard in the back. Corviknight, if they have max Airstream, they could eventually outspeed us, and that will be like GG's on our Leafeon. But at the moment, we should be able to get a KO on the Polito right now. And actually, they brought a G-Max Corviknight. So this is a huge mistake, guys. You should not have a G-Max Corviknight when you come to competitive. And the reason why is because G-Max Corviknight doesn't get max Airstream. Okay, and max Airstream is so huge in this game. Max Airstream, what it does is like, it actually +1 you on the speed. So what they're gonna do is, sure, their attack is gonna hurt because of them being a flying type hitting into my grass type, right? They actually did, but it doesn't do a lot of more damage, and they don't get the speed control. They clear out the grassy terrain, but I mean, I don't even need that terrain. Heatwave did so much damage to Corviknight because we're a special attacker. Corviknight usually is a defensive defense, not plus special defense. So Heatwave will kill Corviknight. And at this point is, do we max Overgrowth, max Wave, max Steel Spike? Really doesn't matter. But we're just gonna hit the Gothitelle with a max Steel Spike, mostly because why not? Because Gothitelle should be a special. And actually, maybe I should have done max Quick. But I mean, whatever we do to Gothitelle, it's gonna be neutral, and we just don't really care, because this is GG's. We have set the pace of the game. They're not faster than us, and yeah, that I feel bad for them, but this is our first victory with this team at the beginner tier, and we take that. We take that. We didn't even need the crit on Corviknight. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But we take those easy wins because why not? It is psychic, yeah. Yep, interrupted. GG's. All right, we got our next person in chart. We got Mungus. Oof. Okay, we started just Leafeon Ninetales, guys. You can sleep Leafeon. You can Rage Powder Leafeon. Leafeon is just so OP. Ninetales will just destroy it too because we're faster. We're gonna bring Star in the back, mainly for Turtonator and Toxicity, and we're probably gonna be, and actually even maybe Sirfetch. I think we have cool deal with it. Yeah, Sirfetch is slow, and then Prima also will be our last Pokemon. We don't need the Duskull. We don't need Gigalith. But yeah, this team hard counters their team, because Leafeon alone counters the first 3 Pokemon they just show up. It actually kind of counters Turtonator too and Toxicity because we do have Max Quake. And then Sirfetch is the only thing we really don't do anything to it. But yeah, this is actually a really favorable matchup for us, and we'll take those. We always take like the little advantage we get. Because like I said, this team, if you have misdirections or set up Trick Room, it's a little bit trickier to handle this team. But beat the aggressor first, get KOs. So they started Staryu Among Us, which is actually perfect. If the Among Us is Kova Berry, Ninetales is gonna kill it. We're just gonna Dynamax and kill the Staryu with Max Overgrowth. There's a chance they could Dynamax to change the weather and maybe try to kill our Ninetales, but I mean, it's a 50-50, right? So let's see what they do. Bye-bye, sorry. So they didn't Dynamax, probably saving it for whatever is in the back. So they probably brought Turtonator. I'm pretty sure they brought Turtonator. Do we KO? Yes, let's go. Heat Wave, not missing with Charcoal, in Sun, KOs and Among Us. Especially when they don't have Sash, which is pretty huge. Okay, so I do think they brought Turtonator, like 100%. They had to. Yeah, so they're gonna, we gave them the Sun. Turtonator either just max, they should max Flare Turtonator, and Toxicity is probably just gonna overdrive. I think both my Pokemons are still faster than them, so we should be fine unless it's like Scarf Tox. And even then, like I said, we have Primadina and we have Charizard in the back, so we're still good. We're still good. Since we're faster, we're probably gonna chip damage the Turtonator because Toxicity can't do stuff to us, and we're just gonna Heat Wave and get as much damage as we can. We should, depending on who he Dynamaxes, which, yeah, they Dynamax Turtonator, that's fine. So that means Toxicity is gonna take like half damage, assuming we don't miss this Heat Wave. It's actually pretty huge. It is the best move though to Dynamax the one fire Pokemon because I gave them Sun, but at the same time is like I still get some cheap damage on you. We go with Max Quake. That's okay damage. We'll take those. Look at that Heat Wave damage, man. Overdrive, yep. And then Max Flare and kills us, Leafeon. We could have done a safe play where we actually could have just protected Leafeon in this case. Wait up maybe the sun out. But I mean, they're like, actually no, we wouldn't have been able to wait the sun. It would take forever. But yeah, we could have done that and waited another Dynamax turn. And that will have been the safer play because Ninetales could have KO in this turn. Ninetales will have KO the Toxicity, and we could have done just waited one more turn of his Dynamax. But I do think that they're dead this turn anyway. It was a risky play. I think, yeah, the safer play will have been Max Guard, the Leafeon, Heat Wave Toxicity, Heat Wave again, and Toxicity will have died this turn, as you can see, and then my Leafeon will have taken my life, hurt it a little bit, and they will have only one Dynamax turn. But thankfully, Scorching Sands kills the Tornado, and yeah, GG's. GG's. So even you can always improve. That's probably the better, safer move to do. All right, we got a dual team with Snorlax, Dusclops, Milotic, Copper, and Dracovish. If we win this, we may get to Pokeball tier. So I think Leafeon is still pretty. Okay, so they don't have anything to set weather for their Dracovish. Is this gonna be like a TR? Okay, we're gonna see if there's a TR one, because Dracovish is gonna be a pain. Most of their team are slow, so we're gonna start with like a slow start. So Dusclops will go first, Prima, and then we're gonna have Ninetales and Charizard in the back. Depending on who they bring, there's a high chance we're just gonna Dynamax over Prima. Most people don't Dynamax or Dracovish, so that will be very interesting whenever they do. And yeah, the TR is there just in case they want a TR. Their team actually is pretty slow compared to ours, except for like our TR months. So they do start Dusclops Snorlax. Okay, so this is huge. This is actually pretty huge. They could go for the whole Belly Drum Snorlax, but here's the thing: Eviolite and Wikiberry. Yeah. So here's the thing with the thing. Sorry about that. Dusclops actually is faster than most Dusclops. So we get that taunt out. And I don't know if I want a Dynamax. I don't think I want a Dynamax. I'm probably just Hyper Boys. Do we Dynamax? Is it worth Dynamaxing? Yeah, we don't have Dynamax, yeah. Oh, that very little damage. But we get the taunt onto the Dusclops, which is huge, because then they can set up Trick Room if they wanted to, or even Ally Switch. So they went with the Belly Drum. Okay. I wish I had a knockoff. And they're probably gonna Dynamax next turn. Because we can kill. Yeah, they wanted to set up Trick Room. Read it like a book. So we're just gonna... we're just gonna Dynamax. Yeah, we're gonna Dynamax, and then we're gonna see how this goes. Because we're still faster. We're still faster than both his Pokemons, and he can Ally Switch, Helping Hand. Like, maybe he will Nightshade us or something. Or he returns Dusclops. But this is actually pretty huge, because we're just gonna try chipping damage. They should be Dynamaxing their Snorlax. It is very unfortunately that I didn't go for like Dynamax and maybe try like killing the Snorlax beforehand, but it was a risky play that I didn't want to do. So we get our Max Geyser in, we get Rain, which is huge, and they actually didn't Dynamax Snorlax. That was throwing. I wonder if they decided not to because they couldn't get TR up. But Snorlax is so thick. I think they should have though. I think they should have Dynamax. Not Dynamaxing. I don't agree with them not Dynamaxing. Are they bringing Dracovish? No, they have Copper. I never fought Copper. What does Copper do? Let's do Prima. And then we just keep Max Geising. Yeah. Because we had the Rain, so Max Geyser is going to hurt a lot more Plus, we got the helping hand too. Maybe, and they didn't Dynamax again. So, do we kill? We also kill. This is such a weird battle. Did they just give up? This is such a weird battle. Okay, so they had Bull Zone. That's very funny. You're lowering my speed. Oh, well, that's GG's. We make it to, I'm pretty sure we make it to a Pokeball tier, right, guys? But again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Until the next time, bye!